Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the eyebrow raising, the bearded toyholic, the one, the only. Of course, I am the Matt Montreal man. Most people just say, hey, you! Some people call me by my name, Joseph. And yeah, we got a show for you today. 3 action figures today. Because I know last week we only did 2. It happens. I'm running out of stuff that's coming in. So I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I got action figures that I pre-ordered. They haven't shown up yet. Even though most of the stuff I've pre-ordered has already been out in the States. And I'm just waiting for it to come up here. It's going to be a very expensive year. But no, we got 3 action figures for you today. We've got from Batman Begins. Of course, Batman with the cloth cape. I didn't pre-order this, but I was lucky to get the one and only figure they got at the GameStop where I shop. The Red Label Scarecrow. I mentioned Red Labels last week. I'm not a big fan of them. But thanks to one of my buddies in the States, John managed to get and send me a Red Label I really wanted. We'll be doing Nightmaster. He's the only one I got. I'm very reluctant to take him out of the package, but I will for you and you. But yeah, I got Nightmaster here. So I'm happy to get him, but once again, these Red Labels. So let's start off with, well, the man himself, Batman. I'll get my friend Dr. Scalpel, who's apologized for stabbing me last time. And we'll start getting good old Batman out of the package. I know it was kind of funny. When I was at the GameStop, Bob asked me, don't you already have this? Well, we have this Batman with a regular plastic cape. He's got a cloth cape now, so I'm going to finish taking him out of the package, toss in a close-up, and we'll be back right after that 30-second close-up interruption. Well, the card, it's the same card you had on the box. It's basically the movie poster. Nothing super fantastic about the card. He does come with some accessories. It comes with the, it's not really a gun. Of course, he has a batarang. He's got a left fist. And this one I give him credit for. His right fist is holding batarangs, but they actually made it so you can see them inside the fist. That is a nice touch. Now, the figure himself, well, I won't complain about this, but his ankles, these ankles, sucked. So stiff in the ankles, they were crooked. It took me about 10 minutes of warming them up to get the ankle to come straight so I could put him in a straight pose. But let's continue. He's a little stiff when it comes to articulation. Positive though, the cape, it's not really cloth. It feels more like a synthetic material, but it's posable. It's got a wired cape, so you can pose it, which is nice. I like the fact you can pose the cape. The cape isn't a big rubber thing that weighs him down, so you can actually stand him up. I do like the details in the belt. Good job there. Overall, not a bad movie-related action figure. I mean, he's going to go on the shelf next to my Batman Unmasked from the same movie. I do like him. Okay, not bad. Would I recommend picking them up? Well, if you got all the other movie figures, you might as well pick them up. It's what we do. But what do you say we move on? Now we've looked at Batman. Let's get to what's going to become the bane of my existence in this next year. The nightmare that is going to be getting red labels. It's hard enough sometimes to get the platinums, just the regular platinums, like the variants. I recently got from my buddy John the Geoforce from the collector's edition. I got the platinum. I'm not opening them up because it's the one series where I'm trying to get at least one of each in box. So if I get another Geoforce, I'll open up the other one down the road. But the platinums are hard enough to get, even with the digitals. The Dr. Fate that's coming out, I want the platinum. It looks good. I like the dark colors. So when I saw this, even though I already have the Scarecrow somewhere, I'm not sure, I think he's on the shelves in the living room, I figured, well, it's a red label. You never see them up here in Canada. So the fact that they had one, I picked them up. So what do you say? Dr. Scalpel time. And let's make those mint in package. Oh, it's a red label. It's even harder to get. Collector's scream while I cut this guy out, and I'll be back after his little close-up. Typical card, not overly impressed with the art of this card. It's okay. The action figure himself comes with a right fist, and he comes with actually not a bad sculpt on this one. It's the left open hand. It's not one of those super giant hands, it's a proportionate hand. As for the body itself, it's the same body buck we see pretty much every time they do a suited character. Arms are fine, the torso is stiff, the legs are stiff, at least the ankles are, from what I can see, okay? The only difference really is the suit's black. That's it. And I think there's a version out there where he's unmasked. I haven't seen that one. Overall, I don't see why they made this a red label. Unless you think that, well, how many people are going to want it? The people who really want it go crazy for it. It's really not that special, because to me a red label is going to be something that you're going to want. It's going to be a limited amount. You're going to want it. You'll pay the extra money for it. I didn't pay extra money for him, just regular cost, no big deal. Also disappointed, no accessories, no like can of fear gas or anything. Disappointing. I mean, he'll go with the other movie figures, but little bit disappointing compared to the two. Accessories, same price, not much. Which brings me to our last action figure of today. Now, I will admit that I paid a bit more money for this because I had to, pay for shipping. Then there was duty, and then there's taxes on top of that. Yeah, I had to pay tax on this when I crossed the border. But this is one I wanted. When I saw the previews of this, I'm like, oh my god, that's one of the characters from my childhood when I was a kid. Now, if you don't know, he appeared way back. I'm talking way, way back. I mean, he appeared, oh my god, when was it? 1969, I can't remember what month, but this was in DC Showcase. And I used to have a lot of DC Showcases. I actually have the DC Showcase that you saw in the close-up with him in it. One of those characters I went, this is really cool. They had a lot of cool characters back in those early days of my childhood. They had Atlas, they had the Manhunter, some cool characters that they never really used. I know he has appeared in Shadow Pack, which is fine, but I really wanted him, and even though he's a red label, and he cost me more money than I normally would pay for an action figure, guess what? Dr. Scalpel. And as I slice the first piece of tape, I can hear psychically all those people who go, it's mint in package, screaming that I'm just devalued it. I value the figure more than I value it, because I will never resell this guy. He's going to go into my collection proudly. But I'm going to finish taking him out, put in a close-up of him, and we'll be back after his close-up. Don't normally do this, but because this character is so barely known, I am actually going to read this to you. Real names: James Rook. That's a cool name. Alright. Musician Jim Rook, short for James, and his girlfriend Janet Jones. Keep in mind, this is the 60s. Think Janet Joplin, Janet Jones. I kind of get it. Well, getting back to this thing, were transported from their shop, Oblivion Inc., to the other dimensional realm of Myra. Rook discovered he was heir to the Myran hero Nightshade and accepted his ancestor's sword of night. After liberating Myra from evil warlocks, Rook and Janet returned to Earth. Nightmaster joined Shadowpack, eventually becoming the group's reluctant leader. Yeah, definitely 1960s, but overall, what a cool character. Let me put him back on his base. I took him off to basically look at him some more. But what a cool character. I mean, I remember this character so much. Now, the cape, okay, I actually like this. Look, it's not attached to him. It's just literally around his neck. There's no wire in the cape. That would have been really cool. But still, it is the fact that it's a cloth cape. It has movement. I like it. No spare hands. Face sculpt's a decent face sculpt. I do like the fact that the sword's there. And if you look at the sword, it kind of makes you think maybe a little bit like a bat. It's a cool looking sword. It's kind of like a mini little bat, if you just notice the little head there. I love this character. It's just very nostalgic. The body, we've seen this body before. It's nothing new with the body, but this is one really cool character. The base holds him up. It's a simple costume. That's all you need sometime if the character's really cool. You know, one little problem is, I have to admit, the wrist is a bit off, but who cares? I like him. I would love to get another one of these, because it's one of those I would like to put on my wall. It's like, this is a cool character, I want him on the wall. But like I said, they're almost impossible to get here in Canada. I do thank John for parting with him for my collection, and I hopefully will find another one somewhere down the road, because I would like to have another one of these. Which also brings up, once again, my comment about the red labels. It's really hard for collectors like myself who want to try to build, I wouldn't say a complete collection of one of everything, but it does become hard when you're trying to basically get the characters you want, and they're limited. They're hard to get. And if you're like me, and you're on a bit of a budget, you can't always go to those third-party sellers. Those toy scalpers will literally take a lot of money from you. He cost me a lot. I could have paid more, I know, but John gave me a deal on this because I also bought the Geoforce. But when you think you're buying a figure, you have to convert your money to whatever country you're buying it from. In this case, I have to convert my money to U.S. funds. You pay shipping, you pay the duty, and you pay taxes. They get to be a bit expensive. I don't regret paying the money for this guy or Geoforce. John, once again, thank you. However, I'm reluctant to do that again, mostly because of the fact that there's a lot of red labels coming out, and if you're like me, you're on a budget. You know, I don't have a GoFundMe to raise money to buy action figures. I don't have a sponsor. So when it comes to McFarlane Toys doing these red labels, I'll say it again, I kind of wish they would make it easier for people like me and you who don't want to buy a case of action figures and be stuck with like 6 of one figure when you only wanted one, to get a red label. As I said in previous videos, once McFarlane no longer has a DC license, then of course my task will be to hunt down things on my wish list. I'll go to conventions, and maybe over the years I'll be able to get more of the red labels, because I think eventually people will go, well, you know what, I'm going to part with this collection. Even though I do know the longer you wait to get an action figure, once it's out of circulation, you'll be paying more money for it, but at least that way it makes it worthwhile, because I'll budget for them by then. But no, this is one I definitely recommend picking up. If you have it, if you have a spare one and you don't mind, let me know, because if it's an affordable one, I will definitely like to buy it off you. Or hey, if you want to trade, let me know. I have some stuff I could trade. But definitely front of the shelf. I'm going to put it right next to the female Shining Knight. And that's it for the show. As for next week, well, as you can see, nothing has come in. Still waiting for a whole bunch of pre-orders and, of course, red labels or chases that might show up. So next week, I probably will be doing gargoyles. Hope you're happy, Shane. But until then, do your best, of course, for your body, your mind, and your emotional being. Do your best to stay healthy. And when you do get an action figure that you didn't think you would be able to get, it's a good reason to stay happy. And hopefully down the road, the fact that you know the stuff you're looking for, well, you got to do your best to stay positive and hope you get them. So until then, enjoy the weekend. Have a good time. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Keep buying action figures. And we'll see you next week for another episode of On the Big.